All right, welcome to a new episode of the Laugh and Run podcast. Our guest, I am so excited. He is the hero of Philadelphia. That Rocky guy. This is the real man making change in the Philadelphia community, the owner of Philadelphia Runner, Ross Martinson. Did I say your last name right?
That is correct, and I need that introduction all the time.
Yeah, man. That's how, every time you get home, I'm going to introduce you that way to your wife and your kid.
That's the place I most need it.
Yeah. So I got you a gift on the way here. These are 2 beef sticks from Wawa.
Oh, perfect.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. True love to Philadelphia. And so we met because I used to work for you once upon a time, and I thought it would be fun. This also, I should tell you, I haven't had coffee in 7 months. This is genuinely the first coffee I've had, and caffeine is a fucking drug, man. So right now I'm flying a little high. I'm sure I'm gonna crash midway through, and we will just get through it. So
go for it.
Yeah. Also, sorry I didn't get you anything, but I'm still waiting on your gift from.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you gotten me anything yet?
Nope. I'm still processing that pack of cigarettes that you gave me.
Yeah, I gave him cigarettes because he's a.
I'm asthmatic, and he thought it would be fun.
And a nicotine fiend.
Yeah, no.
So here's my favorite story of you, and it's a good story. Don't worry. But this was I was working for you back in like 2018, right? And I lived in Upper Darby, Delco, and I was working at your Manayunk store that day, which Manayunk, maybe my favorite store that I've ever been in. Manayunk is sort of like a storybook town. Like, I feel like it's a place that you see in a movie, and you're like, that's not real. And then you visit Manayunk, like, holy shit, it's real. The store's right off the Schuylkill Trail, which is just like this beautiful long trail. It's an amazing store.
River right there that flooded the store once, and
yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm working at that store that day. I don't normally work at that store. It's about a 40 to 45 minute drive with traffic. I'm in the area. Parking's a little tricky in that area, right? So I call the store. The manager at the time, a guy named Neil, super nice dude. I was like, hey, Neil, like, I am in the area. I just have to park. I might be like 2 or 3 minutes late, but I just wanted to let you know. So, like, sorry, but I am here. And that's exactly what you did. So Neil did not tell me that the owner of the whole company is in the store. So I park, walk down to the store, just, hey, see you, and you're so nice, but you're so funny and subtle. You just did exactly what you did. You just looked at me and you were like, and I just spazzed.
If you're on time, you're late.
I know.
And if you're late, you're fired.
I know. I'm so sorry. And then you started laughing, and I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's cool.
we have a fairly strict. You can't open the store if people aren't there. So we have a fairly strict 2 times in a month if you're late. Like,
yeah,
that could be it. And the joke is that I struggle with time myself.
So. I love. Well, you were nice about it.
Schedule, so.
Yeah. I feel like you were like the best because it was funny. It was so subtle that, and especially because I was younger, I was like spazzed out. I felt bad, but then you also just weren't a dick about it, which was also really nice. Like you just made it funny.
When this is me being late. Well, I worked at a store in North Jersey well before owning the store, and we had just opened the store, and due to some lease issues, we only had 1 key for the store. So it was first couple months of the store, and not sure of the details. I don't think a lease was ever actually signed. We just sort of opened and then got out. I'm not sure. I don't know. And so I was occasionally, this is North Jersey, I would occasionally stay with my buddy in Brooklyn, and we'd go out most of the night. And I would take the train, and I missed the train, and I get a cab, and I'm like 22 years old. The cab ride's like $200. It's week's salary. And I'm still like an hour and a half late. And of course the owner and his wife are there with a rep waiting to get in the store. I've got the only key to the store.
Oh my God.
Free cell phone. I don't know
Sorry, I was stuck in Brooklyn, guys.
I don't remember how I told them even where I was or like, yeah. And they were super understanding. And like,
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you were. Cause you could have not been that way. And
I should tell the story that the owner was more hungover than I was, and he's like, I took a red eye back last night. He's like, oh, terrible. So we were commiserating. And,
they were all like, we should have just not come in today.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh my God, that's such a good story.
So, fun time.
how long were you at that store before you kind of made that transition to, but because you bought into Philly Runner, right?
I did.
Okay.
I was only at that store. So my store history in college, I started at, I got hired by, I became my business partner, Brian Muhammad. I didn't get hired by somebody who should have been hiring me. Somebody didn't show up and they were like, can you work? And so Bryn Mawr Running Company, I went in Sunday and they're like, the owners, I was like, guess I'll train you. And I'd known him from shopping there a little bit, but he was a great guy. He was a great guy. And so I worked there a couple of years during college. Right away afterward, went up to open in Princeton and Ridgewood. And but was too young. I was going to joke about Tom, the jobs you've had, Tommy, since I've known you. But I was in the same. I was like, I don't want to work here. I moved into. I was like, hey, I'm leaving. I moved to New Orleans, and I stocked shelves. I did construction. I taught. I did like all kinds of jobs for a year, and I came back to Bryn Mawr, and then same guy who'd hired me at Bryn Mawr, was a college buddy of mine, had opened Philly Runner, and like a couple months in, they're like, we need help. Bryn Mawr.
How old were you from getting back, like starting at Bryn Mawr?
Let's say I started at Bryn Mawr in 97, back in the 90s. It was a junior in college. How I rolled.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Yeah, like when.
Let's see, 26.
Okay.
26, 27.
And then how long were you there before the opportunity with Brian came along?
3 years. I was working at the store and then was going to buy out one of the partners.
Okay, so you were like 29, 30 then when it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 27, 28.
Oh, okay.
Sense of time is.
Damn, so you're a store owner at like 28 years old.
Yeah, it didn't seem that young at the time, but that's 20 years ago. So yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah.
And what was it? Just because you
20, must have been a little older because we would have been we're only 21 years in. So maybe I was 28 or 29.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And was it just because you knew Brian? You were like, I want to buy it. Did you always want to own a store?
No, completely lucked into it. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to, I don't know, be a writer or something, and I wanted to write comedy. That would have been an ideal job.
Really?
Script writer or something. Yeah.
Well, how have we never? Okay. Well, we're going to definitely get into that later.
I'll say I never write anything. That was the problem.
Oh.
So it's really tough to have a job you don't actually do.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what I wanted to do. And then, but I loved working at the stores at Bryn Mawr and the other stores, and but just sort of lucked into it. And yeah, it's been a great ride.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, I love, it was, so my grandfather was, totally off on a tangent here, was a pilot, before the Air Force, Air Corps, and
Army Air Corps.
Yeah, Army Air Corps, and then an Air Force major. And he would take us flying and like loved flying. And I feel like all of his kids like never really found, I mean, my answer, but like a lot of them didn't necessarily find, like he was loved flying. And this was just his thing. So I feel like I lucked out in that I've like the same thing to his love of flying. I've loved running and the shoe business and
You just found your niche.
yeah.
Right on.
Should have went to business school, something like, or something like that. But,
What did you study?
psychology,
Ah.
which was almost entirely because it was like the classes were easy. Like I was running in college. I started out as thought I was going to be chemistry, and I couldn't take. I knew I have an uncle who's a chemistry professor. His like mentor was at the college at St. Joe's College I went to. So I had him for a class, and I couldn't get into like the honors because I took Japanese my freshman year, and then just totally lost interest in. I didn't want to be in a lab or do any kind of science, and
Chemistry is.
I didn't get into
fun
school
as you
until
think it.
like my senior year. So like squeaked by at the end with like a 3 point, just over a 3.0, but with a 4.0 my senior year. You know,
Oh,
like
okay,
to
gotcha.
pull
Something
it-
clicked.
to pull it over. Yeah, something clicked. It was just, I don't know, more interesting and interesting teachers, or I spent the time to actually talk to the teachers, and
Gotcha.
yeah.
So when you became an owner, because it sounds like you said you yourself just said you sort of fell into it, right?
Yeah.
So you're the owner of this business, kind of like the hub of Philadelphia, running Brunton Specialty. What was something? Did you feel overwhelmed by the things you had to do? Like, were there things that you weren't aware that you were getting into that then you were like, oh shit, like this is part of it now? Or
You know
did
what
you know exactly what you were
You
getting
know what
into?
the biggest surprise of being an owner is when it's like you have to pay taxes, but you didn't actually make any money. No, that was a very early on big problem. As you're growing, you spend money on inventory, and then anyway, so you show a profit, but you don't have any. But no, I think I was we split it up with my partner, so that was good. Brian was really good, and like I don't know, you just dealt with things as they came, and there's a ton of surprises when you
Yeah, just sort
get
of.
a fine from the city for not having a permit for your awnings, like after 10 years of being there, and you're like, I have no idea we need a permit to have awnings. Stuff like that is a surprise. But no, it's just it's been like great the whole time. I mean, certainly hard, and certainly again, business school thing would have saved me a lot of money. I feel like I spent it's probably the same as tuition, right? To learn on the way.
At least you're making money while
But,
you're doing it.
Yeah,
sort
no,
of.
but it's been hard. I think again, I listen to love the podcast, guys. So I
thanks.
listen to all these. And why isn't it on Apple? Why isn't it on the iTunes?
So the
podcast?
real answer is the distributor that we use is just a pain in the dick.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I used to use an old because I started the show during the pandemic.
Yeah.
With a guy kind of.
So I remember that with Josh, with Hibbs, right?
Yep. Josh Hibbs, rest in peace. He's now dead or living under a bridge. I can't remember which.
Might have had kids. Same thing.
Yeah, he had the kid, but it was during the pandemic. Then he went back to his real person job, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So the old distributor we used was a lot easier. And like, because now we have this video component to it, it just got tricky. I'm going to probably go back to the old way now because I have a more efficient way to like streamline it to YouTube. But that's the boring, honest answer.
I don't know. I didn't, YouTube's obviously super popular. I didn't watch it at all until I had a kid, and like, I need to cut his nails, and he's got to settle down, and we're watching cat videos and looking through videos, and it's great.
Yeah.
So,
It's also crazy of like having this video component now because I clip a lot and then put it on social media to help promote the episode.
Yeah.
But the clips do really, really well. The show is slowly growing.
Yeah.
But the clips like are
That's great.
So it's good.
we're trying to get like more video. Like I was just working with somebody yesterday, and that sent me videos he did today. Like we don't do enough video. Sorry, banging into
No, you're fine. I'm just moving it out of your way.
all the clicking here. So
You're good.
what were we talking about before? We had something.
I think we were talking about
the-
why the Soviet Union fell.
That's right.
Gorbachev.
I got to go to Budapest, and
Right on.
which I didn't know any of the history till like I love history, and I love presidential history and everything, so I didn't know anything about this till I get there. And behind in their main square, there's a Reagan and Bush statues, because
Which Bush? Bush one?
first Bush,
Okay.
yeah, and the history of like Hungary and Budapest, like the Nazis came in and they're there a year and commit all these atrocities, and then the Russians came in and
Committed more
somebody's
atrocities.
line is, I had a dream that the Nazis left and nobody came because the Russians left in like 1989 or something.
That's interesting. So was that dream like, were you present in it, or was it like you were watching TV?
Oh no, I didn't have the dream. This is somebody's actual quote from
from
one of the
okay.
museums. I'm sure I'm misquoting, and I have no idea who the person was, but I assume it was a politician from Hungary or something.
All right.
Super interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I like you're in the like. There's a big Russian memorial and stuff, and then I think that's Reagan.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Or
That's what.
That's what you read about.
Were you in? You said Budapest, right?
Budapest,
Was
yeah.
it for running related stuff or just?
It was World Championships last year. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
Gotcha.
which was an awesome
That's-
trip. I won't mention any brands, but I should. It was great. So
we'll bleep it.
they're way up this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to remain brand agnostic.
we
on
we keep
this
we
on
keep
this
it.
show,
I mean,
I
if
get
it,
it.
if it
there's
comes up, we
there's
bleep it.
certain people that are absolutely crushing it with their updates. I should say.
And their run specialty game.
We're doing a great job, Tommy.
Yeah, it's good. It's so
You
good.
guys
The
are.
two of us.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's got that stuff's so good right now. Like the
Yeah.
product across the board is
Yeah.
like, I don't know, hard to. If somebody comes in, it's like I can't find something that fits. I'm like, I mean, almost everything feels good to me. So.
Yeah, and not
That's
like
true.
I know younger than both of you guys. The first running store I started working in was like 2014 in New York, and I just think back to all the stuff that was
You had
there.
experience when you started?
You're so mean. All right. Yeah, I did. Just figuring out my life, man. But that's all right. That's cool.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. I like it.
You were great. You were good. You were
No, I wasn't. I was
very
actually.
entertaining and yeah.
I was.
Entertaining. Yeah, that's great.
I was.
Comedic relief.
The first 6 months I was not good, and then I got okay, and then the pandemic shut everything down, and then kind of just bounced around for a while, figuring out life.
Oh, and I remember seeing your reel, and then I just saw last night Colbert's
Yes, I
getting,
saw that as well.
done, right?
His show's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
canceled in 2026. Do you know? Have you heard like?
Why or anything?
Yeah.
No. Just,
So I don't know if this is true or not, but like
To Trump.
he was bad mouthing.
I was gonna.
Yeah, he
just
was
gonna
bad
wear my red
mouthing
hat, but-
something with the government and CBS or whoever owns them is like a major contributor to his like.
Well, they just
political campaign
paid.
or
They
something
just
else.
paid the big.
So-
Did CBS
You're-
pay the
wait,
60
yes,
minutes
it's the
thing
lawsuit
so they don't
that
get
settled.
sued?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a. I'm gonna correct us here because you're gonna get us sued.
no, it's because CBS settled the lawsuit,
CBS is
then
gonna
Colbert
sell.
Was like,
Something I don't know.
So
I don't know the whole thing,
CBS
but-
is owned by Paramount,
yeah,
Yeah, it was Paramount that did this.
and Trump,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Trump administration sued CBS because they allegedly edited a video with Kamala Harris,
Yes.
making her look a certain way that possibly wasn't what the actual interview was.
right.
So they settled the lawsuit for $16 million. The reason they did it and didn't fight it, allegedly, is because Paramount is being sold to a different company that is more friendly to this administration. Now, Stephen Colbert is, his comedy's pretty critical of this current administration. But right now, the idea of like it's being
It's a serious interlude. Isn't most comedy critical of any
I mean,
administration?
hey, if this
It's part of
brings
the
back
like.
the
late
Colbert
night shows
Report.
for
Yeah,
sure.
If this brings back the Colbert
But
Report,
like the reference Ross was making, just anybody, but like I used to work there and I was on the show a couple of times, so I love, and everybody there is really really nice and kind people. But and this is just my opinion. I
a
haven't
reference for any of them that are
what
looking for work. No, I'm just kidding.
no. But
Colbert, come on the show.
Yeah.
yeah,
Tell your story.
yeah. But I think to be fair,
Big
like
get.
there, because we don't know the number. Like it definitely could be politically motivated, but it also could be that maybe the show is just losing money and they don't want it. Because like late night shows aren't across the board are not what they used
Yeah,
to be.
numbers for any TV, right? It's just
Right.
not what it
And
used to be. So
I'm-
it seems
I'm
Streaming
really
services are taking
'cause-
over.
and it's not like it's just Colbert. Like the whole show is going away, and which is very sad because Letterman started it in the '80s and revolutionized late night television, and I think revolutionized comedy in a lot of ways. And so it's sad to see that go. And I mean, I don't know. Like if there's a big enough stink, maybe they'll release numbers. Maybe they won't. I have no idea. But
Letterman still, because didn't Letterman like actually own
he owned the production company.
production company? So is
But not the show.
Not the
or
name or the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Worldwide Pants was the production company that produced his version. But, this happens with acquisitions. Like somebody buys a running store and fires the current staff, like it. Not saying it's good, but
I went into a store, great store, soon after the RSG group was like buying up stores, and
Yeah.
And I went in and they're like, oh, well, they know we do such a great job. They're not going to make any changes or anything. And from an inventory side, I'm looking around the store. It's so much, there's crap, there's piled with crap.
Right.
And great store though, really cool. I mean, I think that probably lasted like 6 months. Somebody came in and cleaned it up.
Right. Right. Yeah. That happens. I mean, it's sad to see it go, but I don't know. Like maybe from a financial point, it makes sense. It just, the optics don't look good for sure because they just finished the lawsuit. I can't remember the name of the company. Nelson, maybe if you could look it up. The company that's supposedly buying Paramount, but supposedly they're more Trump friendly.
I got the impression you don't want to buy something that's got like a pending lawsuit.
Skydance Media.
Okay, so Skydance is more friendly to the Trump administration. I think the reason that Paramount or CBS Paramount settle, whatever, is because if you're tied up in litigation, you can't sell.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, 16 million, whatever, so we can just move forward and sell this. I think that's what's happening.
You said it was a $16 settlement? $16 million settlement?
I think so. I think that's what CBS settled on.
It was in the teens for
He
sure.
sold it for $8 billion.
No. That's what they sold. The settlement with the Trump. So they're like 16 million. We're selling for 8 billion.
I'm sure just the litigation and going to trials.
Yeah, that's
it takes forever.
There's going to be millions of dollars.
So. It takes forever. So what do you think happened with the Epstein list since we're on politics?
Classic Tommy.
list.
No pressure, small business owner.
All right,
but I would love to hear your hot takes.
So I used to be like how could they have hidden JFK stuff for so long that there's all this stuff? All the stuff coming out of JFK, there's this great JFK Facts website, and they knew all about Lee Harvey Oswald. The CIA knew all the stuff about Lee Harvey Oswald ahead of time. And then they put their liaison in for like the Senate committee, was the guy who was like his handler, and was like, we didn't know who he was. And I was like, this was the guy watching him.
Yeah.
And so that's all coming out now. So now like I'm all in on conspiracy theories. Like the more interesting the story, the better. So lizard people, whatever it is, I'm in.
It's interesting. Trust is being eroded, but we'll see what happens.
There's always some validity to some conspiracy theory, I feel.
Yeah, there's it's just this.
Well, and the Epstein, I mean, we all know guys are disgusting, terrible people, and you give us all the power in the world, and we're going to be worse, probably. So,
speak for yourself, Ross. Don't even we. Don't lump me in with you right now, man. Give us we. We owe a bunch of money on credit for Philadelphia Runner. What the fuck are you talking about? We.
I'm cashing in my rewards points.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm just joking.
I'm happy my name's not on that list. And, that's
Yet.
that list isn't out, right? I mean that there is no list.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I'm also happy that. How did we
know.
get here? My God.
Stephen Hawking was on.
I'm
that
surprised
list.
though Trump even
And I can't
like
believe they
anything
don't do
that
the
comes
man like
out
that.
just rolls off him. It's great. So I going into this, I'm worried about saying the wrong thing or something like that. But I think everything is funny. So I laugh at the wrong thing and Coca-Cola going
to real
sugar. I might vote for a third term.
Oh,
I've been a never Trumper, but this might sway my vote. I want real sugar in my Coke.
Cane sugar.
That's what we're flipping, by the way. We're going
I know.
to send that. Nelson, I feel like these two guys talked before, and they're like, let's try to make it really hard for Tommy to edit all of this shit. Because as we're going, I'm like, Ross, you're not going to want this out there, man. But it's fine. It's good. I love it.
More tariffs.
No, but I am with you that I guess a little bit of nihilism, but I mean, just my background, like, I try to look at everything through a comedic lens, or
and that's
And I did not know you wanted to be a comedy
you can
writer.
laugh at something. I was not a comedy. I wanted to. I don't know what I wanted to write. Novels, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Short stories.
And you just like comedy,
Fiction.
so you were like, maybe I'll infuse that in
No,
it.
I was just joking about the comedy part.
Oh, all right, good one. I don't.
I don't have much of a sense of humor. I like to laugh at stuff, but I'm not.
No, dude,
making
you're
anything
funny.
of myself.
Honestly, this is maybe the most I've enjoyed. This is fun.
So I mean, you want to write short stories? What's top of mind, funniest running story that you have? It can
Funniest.
be yourself somebody you've heard of?
For myself, I would say years ago, being was not an elite runner, but wanted to be, and was close enough. So I'm at I think it was the 15K, no, Providence, whatever, 20K championships, and a friend of mine had qualified for the Olympic trials in the marathon and gone to the bathroom when he did it. Right, so I wasn't there for that, and I see him walking up, and I'm like, man, say his name, but he fell in the mud. I'm like, how do you get mud on the inside of his legs? And I'm like, it's not raining. How's it muddy?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the ground like if they had beer afterward and everything. And he gets within like 10 feet and I could smell I'm like, oh my God, this is yeah. So
That's rough.
yeah, that was a bad time.
Yeah, we've all been there, but
The same one, the Hansons had this great program. The coaches are awesome, but they're super serious. And I remember like guys on their team like looking over as they had like a VIP tent for the elites and they had beer and everything. And like those guys weren't allowed to drink beer. So
right.
it was.
My favorite is when then not.
But I would have ran a lot faster if I'd.
Right. Well, my favorite is not specifically them, but when somebody has that like very serious elite mentality, and then they get beat by somebody who's just like shock. Then it's like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah. No, that's what. I don't know. Running stories. Some of them, I guess there's got to be some better ones.
No, that was great.
So.
So when you started owning Philly Runner, was it just one store?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, and that Center City one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did you start? Because you have, when I worked there, it was 5. Now I think it's back to 4. Is that right?
4.
The 5th one was sort of like a trial thing.
Yep. Yeah, you can say that. We've had a 5th one a few times. So.
Oh, all right.
Pop-up shops. if you
Pop-up
will.
shop.
Yeah, pop-up shops. The first one like took off right away. We opened so I guess sort of a pop-up. We opened in like a gym at University of Pennsylvania briefly.
Oh, okay.
And it did really well when we did sidewalk sales outside, and you didn't have to be a member of the gym to come in to see it. So we're like, having an actual store might be a good idea. So we've been there, I don't know, 2 years in, I guess.
Okay.
And then Glen Mills, must have been 09, right? The financial collapse. And
Let's open a store.
you know what? It's a great time to get a lease. And so
I bet you're getting really good deals.
we actually, the center we're in reached out to us through a broker we know. And I mean, it was like ridiculous that it's a great time to open a store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes it a lot less expensive when they pay for a lot of stuff and don't charge you rent for a year.
Were you always, that's the one that when I worked for you guys,
Yep.
that was like kind of my like home-based store. Were you always in that sort of like shopping center? I know the store moved, but was it always kind of in that shopping
in that
center?
center.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
So we moved within the center.
So I've always been curious, like when you were, Glen Mills, just for people that don't know, it's almost Delaware, right? It's like
Yep.
pretty close, especially where that store is. What made you go, all right, Philly Runner, let's extend to this area, and then why that specific location? Like, was it just because the lease was really good?
That certainly helped. So I don't think we were even looking at that. We knew some people that lived in that area, and Hoey's aren't that far from there. I don't know where their track is, but I don't know if you follow the track stuff, but when they'd reached out, we're like, oh no, it's a terrible financial time. We're not looking to expand. And they kept coming back, and we're like looking at the area, and we're like, actually, it's like a really affluent area. We'd pass the farmhouse that the Urban Outfitters owners was on the way out, was near there. So it was a neat area. There's great running teams out there. There's great trails to run on out there. And just seemed like it was like, oh, actually this makes a lot of sense. So
Cool.
Yeah. But I can't say we were targeting it before they asked us.
Gotcha. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess same question
Like the rest of my
with
life. It's been very
the Manny Young store and then the University City store. Did those happen organically? Did they just sort of happen? Like,
Those are more organically. The University City, again, we'd opened this pop-up shop that was doing well, and like a space opened up and we're like, it's very close. It's got to be, I don't know if anybody has stores that are that close. It's like
they're pretty close.
what are we, Starbucks?
Yeah.
It's maybe a mile and a half, but it's a mile and a half that people in the city just don't travel, so so that opened up, and right away we were able to take advantage of it. Manioc, there had been a store in Manioc that had closed, and it in college it was a place we went to, and it seemed like a changing oh, it's no longer this college town. It's this real artsy community in Philadelphia, and it used to be, it's that Keep Austin Weird area of Philly, right?
Yeah,
but it
for sure. That's probably why I like it.
It went through like a college drunk period phase,
Right.
And then it was coming out of that, and we're like, oh, it's totally changing. And we opened there, and it was like, did not change for a while until the pandemic, and then it like somehow like that store, the pandemic was great for that location.
Oh, really?
It's been doing really well since then.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the like, this we're in Virginia, right? So I'm sure housing prices are the same here, where you're like, people are spending what on houses there?
Yeah,
Like,
it's very
it's
expensive.
$1 million house in Manioc, like doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Currently looking right now, and I'm just like shaking my head.
Yeah,
Prices.
Yeah. I
know?
was looking in Richmond the other day. Pretty affordable places for Richmond's fairly, affluent. It's not terrible. I'm like, oh, look at that. But
Yes. Asking my wife, how far are you willing to commute every day?
yeah.
I love like the House Hunter shows and stuff. But I've been in the same house for 22 years. So married young, didn't change anything for anyway. I know when we bought it, we're like, so expensive. We're like, and now like our neighbors are selling, and it's like, holy, like people are selling for like
Yeah.
Flipping
that.
profit
So
like
yeah.
nobody,
So before we had a kid, I was like, we should sell and like move somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's expensive everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's-
that's true. You'd have to move to like the town I grew up in is like when I was growing up, the
Yeah.
average income was 16,000 a year.
oh, it's perfect.
So
Yeah.
but good luck with whatever you're trying to do
Yeah.
if you move. Like it's a little better now, but it's still like you can buy a 4-bedroom house for like 150, and it's not a pile of crap.
Yeah.
But it's wild.
I'm laughing because my wife sent me a listing for a house that was probably like maybe 230, 250 on a 5-acre lot. Beautiful. And she was, oh my God, this would be so perfect to own. Like we could like fix this up. And I just asked her, I was like, do you know geographically where this is located?
Right. This is the middle of nowhere.
Kansas.
Almost West Virginia.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. That's right. So do you ever just like real quick, obviously you have deep ties to Philly with the business, but do you ever think about moving out of that area now that you have a 2-year-old son, you said?
I was
right?
really happy. I asked my wife if she wanted to move, and she's like, "Why?" So
Oh.
our house is almost paid off. It's our backyard. It's a small house,
Right.
house. Our backyard, again, not a lot to mow. It's very tiny, but it goes right into a park. So there's like a path there.
Even better.
So already he can go like head out the back door. He can go ride his bike. And so as he gets older, there's like 5 or 6 baseball fields. And so my fear is he's going to want to play hockey or something that's an hour away. But like ideally, it's like it's just
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of space, and I've thrown more stuff out in the last 2 years than I've bought in the last 10 years. So, yeah. Clearing
Feeling
stuff
happy
out.
and
Yeah.
cool.
So
Awesome.
I think we're there. But you do look around, you see sometimes, and you're like, oh, we could move out a little further, and but I'd rather retire sooner.
Yeah, that
you
makes
go.
sense. Makes
There you go.
sense. That's awesome. So, with Philly Runner, I mean, you guys are. It's a successful business. It's like I said, it's like kind of the hub that
still
runs
open.
specialty. You're still open, yeah. When you're planning out for like the future, like when you're thinking about 1 year, 5 years, 10, whatever it is down the line. Like, what do you hope happens next? Like, is it opening more stores? Is it just growing the footprint in the community, maybe even nationally with your online business? Is it expanding into like content? You guys have a coaching program. Is it growing? Like, what does it look like?
I definitely see us opening more stores. Would love to, if there are other stores looking to for people looking to retire, we'd love to expand that way and purchase some stores. It's an interesting, and I've thought about it for a while, and I think thinking years ago was always just, well, eventually you got to find somebody to sell it, and there's probably a certain size that you can sell a small one or you can sell a really big one, but in between it kind of doesn't it's tough to find the right buyer, right? And I know you said Josh on. I listened to Josh from Charm City. I listened to his things, and there's just a lot of different ways people are doing things these days, which I could see that being a part of it. Like whether it's company super I can mention company, right? Superfeet used to be a ESOP thing where like all the employees had a thing. Like that's a really cool idea. But it's a ways off. I joke about retiring. My wife has told me I'm never allowed to retire, and again I have a 2-year-old, so 20 years from now I got to pay for college. So or 18 years, I guess. He'll have a long gap year or something. He's going to want to go to Europe. I'm sure he's going to make expensive mistakes I'm going to have to pay for. So so I got a ways before I'm thinking about retiring. But,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. When I was with you guys, you sponsored a couple of races. I think you even might have owned a couple. Do you still do that?
We put on 4 races, two major ones, and a medium size and a real small trail race. But we restarted this race called the Philadelphia Distance Run. It started in 1978. Was the biggest half marathon in the world at one point. It's had multiple world records, American records. Joe Benoit Samuelson won it like the 3rd year or something. Lasse Viren won it the 2nd year. So it's got this storied history to it. Rock and Roll had bought it, and then one of the races they've gotten out of. So we knew the charity I work with, knew the original board members that still own the rights to the name. And so we were able to restart that a couple years ago, and it's been fun. It's finally, coming out of pandemic was been a slow growth, but it's been it's last year was a good year. We're way up this year. It's been a fun time, and I partner with the other owners are this charity Students Run Philly Style. So they train kids to run the Philly Marathon and half marathon and Broad Street Run, and it's awesome, like mentoring program in the city. So it's a really a fundraiser for them. It's been great.
That is awesome. And then you said you put on a trail race. I don't think I knew about that one.
We do a trail race. Not enough people do. It's awesome. It's Tracy, our manager in Glen Mills, it's really
I love Tracy.
It's her thing, really. But it's the kettle cooker, multiple distances. So 5 mile, 10 mile, 5 and dime initially.
Brandywine State
the Brandywine.
Park?
It's in. I'm forgetting the name of the park it's in.
We'll dub it over.
It's a little south. Yeah. I should know the name of it.
That's all right.
But it's awesome. But it's and trail races are smaller, so it's
right. That's almost like a community
150
building
people,
thing.
and
right.
It's fun to be out there though. It'll be in October.
Trail races, I think, are the most.
It's a beautiful course. It's got this cool like bamboo tunnel. So, like I don't know enough about plants, but bamboo just grows a ton, right? And then they cut through it enough, or maybe they just cut the bottom through it, and so it all folds over. So there's this like cool tunnel you run through. It's like dark in the
That's awesome.
tunnel. It's really cool.
Good shade in the summer.
Yeah, a couple water crossings.
Yeah. All right on. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then so those are the two. And then you said you have
and then
two more.
Philly 10K is 10K through the heart of the city, and it's like goes through South Philly, and it's in Philadelphia at the time. It's still true, but like I mean, even less true as like the police costs go up, but all the courses are on the river. So like there's a path on the river. It's you close that with, I don't know, 5 police. And then we do this, the whole 10Ks through the city. So there's, 2 police every block, and it's ridiculously expensive to put on. But it's an awesome, like, it's end of August race. Very Philly centric and very like gritty kind of race. So it's a lot of fun to work. Great team that works it. The volunteers are awesome. It's fun.
Yeah.
The
Awesome.
city of brotherly love.
Yeah.
So does the community really like come out to support,
Yeah.
Nice.
Community comes out. There's Students Run does one of the water stops, but Fishtown Beer Runners traditionally have done one. Like, some of the clubs come out. It's great. Yeah.
And then the last one would be
The last one is Philly Run Fest. So 5K, 10K, 15K near Fairmount Park. And it's hot. So Broad Street in Philly, if you're not from Philly, is like a 40,000 person 10 miler. So it's like a couple weeks after that, and it's sort of like a wind down, sort of end of
right.
beginning of summer, end of the running season. So it's sort of like,
Yeah.
a lot of people. Although this summer there's a ton of people out running, but usually like if it's 85 degrees or higher or under 60, because for some reason people don't run during the best weather. It's empty. It's empty.
In Philly?
Yeah.
I think that's true everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can see, and I can see how busy the store is going to be by how many people are out running, right? But
That's true.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And I think putting on the races, it's just one thing that I love about Run Specialty. And I think people that aren't familiar with, like, they just hear running store.
Yeah.
They think something in their head. They don't understand everything that goes into the business. Because, like, yes, retail is the main profit driver, but you're putting on races, you're having group runs, you're a real staple in the community. In that same turn, do you still work Philadelphia Runner Track Club, right?
Yep. So the track club, and it is great. I mean, the store, it's, I'm sure some stores have tried to figure out how can we be a nonprofit, but I don't think that.
How can we be a nonprofit but still make a profit?
Yeah,
like a really big profit.
How can I get out of taxes?
Yeah. And all the stores, the goal, it's hopefully making the community healthier, getting people, we love sharing that passion for running and getting people out there running. And the track club, which is its own nonprofit. We help them where we can. We give them a little money and stuff, but it's all completely run on its own. And there's like 200 something members. And since we've opened, like the Philly Run Track Club, it's changed the name over days, but has been around. They're actually coming up. They're older than us. They're coming up on their 25th anniversary.
Ooh.
But there's now like 60 different running clubs in Philadelphia, and they're all awesome. They're like everybody's friends with one another. You can go to any of them. But I feel like when we opened, maybe there were like 3 running clubs, but they were all very serious and like a Boston qualifier type runner, right? And now like that they're probably the only club that's like that Boston qualifier type running,
right?
Like a club or the post collegiate runner type thing. So it's neat to see like there's still, a huge space for that really. But it's just one of like many clubs in the city, and like, so
yeah,
cool. And then we do our own training group, Team Philly, which is more like beginner, intermediate focused. We have a ton of people who've never run before, have never run a race before. They come out and run with us. So more adult group. So yeah.
No,
it's super cool how things are just like blowing up over time, like expanding, and like more and more running groups are coming out. Like I was just down in Virginia Beach last week or so. I don't even know whenever I was down there. And I was talking with a guy, one of the fun runners who came out, and he was just asking about just different running groups in the area. And there's like one every night, there's probably like 10, 20 different groups, but like they meet like on different nights. And so like as a runner, you have something to do every single day if you want to. I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be a super easy, like somebody new to the city, be a super easy way to meet new people if you're, into that, and there's groups specific to every, like whether there's a sober running group,
Yep.
the Black Men Run, all different groups, but they're also in Philly at least they're all super friendly with it. Like so much crossover between groups.
Yeah.
We'll run with one group one night, a different one the next night.
It's interesting to see how it's kind of evolved, because you kind of hit the nail on the head where, like, when you started Philly Run, there were 3 groups. They were all serious, and that was probably very intimidating to just your casual runner. And now it's like kind of completely flipped, where it's more socially based. It's more, hey, we're running and ending in a brewery, and times, who gives a shit? Like,
the track club's very cognizant of like trying not to look like this.
To
super
elite.
The old school.
Like we only cater to a certain runner.
We saw.
it's
I remember seeing like and we do promote them, but I remember seeing another store have their video of like their Boston training group starting, and it's like hyped up and shirtless guys and all that stuff, and I'm like, I can't imagine posting this video for like it's super cool.
Looks like a high school cross country camp.
Yeah, and it's super cool, but it's also like just not our general customer, right? Like, I'm like, this is like, oh, I'm gonna post a video that's gonna like
alienate everybody.
alienate all the people I want to come in. Like I want people to just start coming, and maybe some people that gets to start running, but I feel like a lot of people it's intimidating them.
I think that's why you also see brands like, generally speaking, they're more so gravitating towards those social run clubs and social media influencers rather than athletes, because athletes are great, but it's not that relatable. They don't always have the best social media presence, and it's like, cool, you can run a 2:13 marathon.
I'm gonna go run next week the Diplo Run Club 5K. One of our brands just started sponsoring them, but he like showed up to our group run a couple weeks ago. I don't know, he was in town for a concert or something, but like contacted our Liz, social media person, and super nice, like taking pictures with everybody, all this stuff. And I'm like, and I had to look up, like, sure I know some kind of song by him, and he does a song with Sturgill Simpson. I don't know.
I love your realness, by the way. That you just when you're talking about politics, you're just like, I don't know who the that guy was. Like, you're just very honest guy. I think within the first 10 minutes you started roasting me, and we've known each other for a long time, so I get that. But I love it.
So you didn't send any questions or anything, and I was asking some of the people at the store, and so many of whom know you, and I'm like, what do you think I'm allowed to say? Can I joke about
say anything you want?
All right, here's another story I wasn't sure if I should bring up.
Bring it. So let's do it.
No, we'll let you know.
And where I don't know, I also was like, well, where's the line? I don't want to sound like mean. Right?
Just say it.
Well, I don't even know if you would consider this mean. How has the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl impacted your store
hold on.
business?
I want to hear the story. I don't pivot. I want to hear the story.
That's what I'm going to want bleeped out, because I can't say I can't say that having to close for a parade.
Okay. I want to hear the story though.
So I was not there for this one time at Glen Mills. So it was like, Tommy's in the back room with like a brown paper bag. And I'm like, he's nervous about talking to people. I'm like, doesn't he go up on stage and do comedy?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And but anyway, so
no, you can bring that up.
But you're on here, you're on live, you're like,
yeah. So what happened was, I'm pretty good at it now. Like, I have a good grasp on it, and we don't have to cut this out. I'm not ashamed of that. It's so funny that like the thing you're like, I don't know, I don't want to. It doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
So there was an event at the Glen Mills store. I had just started there. I have a pretty good handle on my anxiety now. Like, but when I was in my early 20s, which when I was working for you, it was not good. It was pretty bad. And the store was filled, and I like talking to people. I don't mind talking to people. I do that, as you said, comedy, my day job, very good with it, very comfortable with it. A particular person who I'm not going to name, but I'm guessing told you this story, was just like, just go out and mingle. And I didn't like, I kind of don't always do the best with like authority, being told what to do. I'd also just met this person, and I was just like, okay, like, just let me go my own pace. Don't like put this weird pressure on, like. So then I started, because of that, I started kind of having an anxiety attack and
Yeah.
started hyperventilating, and that's what happened.
Management. Yeah. All right.
It's not a good story, but that's what happened.
Can you make it funnier?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that in
sorry.
years. Any other stories?
No, but somebody wanted to ask about when you decided to hyphenate your name. But I don't know if I'm allowed to laugh at it.
You
or
can
say
laugh
it's
at it.
funny.
You can, yeah. Who? But you have to tell me who.
He's gonna get at him.
You have to tell me who.
No, I can't. I can't share who.
All right.
I don't recall.
So, I got married, and my wife wanted to keep her last name Willard. My last name McClellan just doesn't have that much.
I don't know if it was for showbiz or.
No, not at all. Nothing to do with that. My last name McClellan just doesn't have. It actually has some pretty like negative things around it, and has no meaning to actually like my family. My wife wanted to keep her last name. I don't really care about mine, and we were like, we want to have kids one
Terrible
day.
Civil War general, McClellan.
Yeah, I like this. But anyways,
It was on the north. It was on the side of the north, though. It's not like.
that's good. All right.
my family was in the South the whole time.
Yeah, I bet. But anyways, so that's why, because we were like, the name will die with me, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if we have a kid, then it'll just be
Sorry.
a lot of
So
fun
you had to
memories.
close your stores for the parade, or you want it to close?
We did close. So we.
Like, were you on the route?
Like 2 blocks off. So since we've been open, the Phillies won in 08, Eagles in 2018. You know, so
Yep. And the Eagles have won twice, I guess.
yeah. And so
Go Birds.
both of the other ones, we like opened the store, and like everybody coming into the city for our main stores in downtown. So like anybody coming, if you're coming into the city, it's for the parade.
Right.
It's not for anything. You're not coming in to like go shopping or something like that.
Grab a cheesesteak.
And if you're coming in for the parade, you're probably getting drunk. And
As a Philly fan.
and so we opened, and then it's just drunks coming in to use the bathroom, and like it's just not great. So this time we were like, oh well, and we all wanted to go to the parade, so it's like just
Understand.
close and go to the parade.
Gotcha.
What it's absolutely worth it. If I could spend $10,000 every year and have a parade, and the Eagles would win,
You would do it.
yeah.
I
think I could become a nonprofit. I would. I
there
mean,
you go.
we'd get plenty of
think-
plenty of other people would pay the
Let's
same
get
thing.
the 501.
Give us
Let's get the
donations.
501.
Yeah.
I
Let's
think
go
the
on.
whole takeaway from this episode is you're trying to find a way to not pay taxes, and I think that is the American dream.
You know what? I used
The
to.
IRS is going to start looking into you now.
You know what? You think about like your influences in life, and I always thought of my dad as somebody who was like too honest to even lie on his taxes. You know.
Aw.
And now
kinda
it's like
sweet.
I want to make sure like nothing like I don't want to get in trouble on my tax. Like
Right.
No, it's yeah. But if I could legally not pay taxes, that would be fantastic.
Right.
yeah,
Would
it'd
you
be
say
wonderful.
so? Your dad, your mom, your dad, did they influence you or have influence on you going into business, starting business?
I mean, probably the opposite. Like my dad was a teacher, and mom worked in a library. Like, I mean, they like had me. I mean, influence on. I love to read. I hated history growing up, but I love history now. But not really. I wouldn't say entrepreneurial.
Did they
By any
understand?
means.
Like, so were they cautious then when you were going into it? Were they like, "What the hell are you doing?" Or are they like hands off? Like you're an adult.
I
sink or
think it
swim
was
on your own?
more like, oh hey, I guess what to buy into the store. Like yeah, hands off. Like they were, I think, proud of me for it and stuff. And,
Nice.
You know, I don't know. They tell me I was an easy kid, but I feel like I just didn't. I didn't work. To me, in my mind, I didn't work hard enough. You know, like I
okay.
feel like I wasted. Like I went to college. My mom worked there. I got free ride because she worked there.
Right.
And maybe at like age 30, I was like, oh, by the way, really thank you for that. Like all my friends have loans they're still paying off.
Right.
Like my wife and I were able to buy a house pretty young, like because she had a similar situation with her father. So like neither of us had big student loans or anything. So
Yeah.
but I didn't during the time you're in college. I'd taken the classes that were easy and just I wanted to run and liked running.
Right. Actually, I'm curious on this because when you bought in the Philly Runner, maybe I'm wrong. I'm guessing you didn't have very much money because you're just working at running stores. Did you have to get a loan to buy in?
No, it was in large part my wife. So wife and I like pulled our funds, and it was, the stores weren't really making any money at the time, so it was a
Low cost to.
low cost.
And now you're like,
cut this part out. No, no.
no, we're
I mean,
leaving this part in.
it was a I have worked,
Right.
6-7 days a week for 20 years. So it was like a sweat to turn it into a profitable thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
I love it.
So, and like I said, we've been in the same house for years.
Right. It's like,
Like, I don't have we didn't have kids for a long time. So like our expenses were always pretty low. So
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
just sort of like
Makes it
the
easy.
quintessential
And my wife
American
works.
dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So there's a Kerouac line I read in high school that the college is the breeding ground for the middle class non-identity, and so very sad but kind of true, and always kind of bugged me, and now I'm really happy with it. So
Okay. Now you're like, that's
I'm all
correct.
about it. I wish I'd worked harder in college to be that middle class non-identity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to end up doing in life. I mean, it doesn't necessarily define you by
No,
what you study in
and-
school.
yeah.
College.
Certainly
No.
not. You studied geology and look
I
at
was
what
a
you're doing.
Geological engineer.
You're here with this idiot.
Yeah.
And it's taken advantage of things when they come up, and
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of things are just right time, right place. And it just, you look back and you're like, wow, it feels like that was kind of meant to be. But man,
Yeah.
what if I just happen to go this way and then the whole thing is different?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and I think I've always sort of felt like it's like a lot of different lives you could live and be happy. And so like I feel like I
Yeah.
I spent a year in New Orleans. I'm like, I think I could have been happy bartending in New Orleans for bumming around for years.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
How was Mardi Gras that year you were down there?
Jesus Christ.
it was
if you had to work, I can't imagine it.
it was
being too
awesome.
fun.
No,
Oh,
I did not work. I was teaching at the time, and you get off that whole week, and so
Right on.
or you get a whole week off. Like everything closes, and Mardi Gras is like a couple weeks. This is almost 30 years ago now. So, but it's like a couple weeks. Like they start parades every night, like 5 o'clock every night. Everyone just comes out and like stands outside and has a drink every night for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to Mardi Gras, like the locals are like, oh, fuck this. We're done.
Do you feel,
But there's also pre like cell phone camera time. So I
Oh.
feel like
It
there's
was a safer time.
I haven't been back there. So, but I feel like there probably was a period where like Mardi Gras just is not, this is not what it used
Right.
to be.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, you have to drink so much. I've never been, but I would imagine you have to drink so much in order for the smell
Oh yeah.
of New Orleans, because it's in a swamp.
Well, and the
you know.
the people I know down there are like, oh yeah, you can't wear sandals because there's so much trash,
Yeah.
and you're just wading through trash on like those days.
Yeah.
And they
Nice.
measure how many people were there by how much trash they've picked up.
Oh,
Jeez, that's wild.
great.
Oh my God. You
That's great. That also sounds like New Orleans math, but which I also taught down there. I was teaching math briefly.
So you kind of said it earlier, like you sort of bounced around through a lot of your 20s and did different jobs, different things here and there, moving to New Orleans. Do you feel like, I shouldn't say do you feel like, how do you feel like that influenced you getting into Philly Runner, running a business? Like, because all these experiences and moments build you and your character and your story. Like, do you ever look back and reflect and be like, like, that's crazy that this time in New Orleans directly affects today or what I do now?
You know what? So I taught briefly in New Orleans, and I had this job working with math and doing like
were you a
these
math
kids.
teacher?
Math teacher.
Nice.
It's not a math major. I always did okay in math.
and then you're like, let
But
me
I
teach
didn't.
it.
But I didn't have to work. I didn't have to work. Well, it was 8th grade math too, so it wasn't
okay.
like that. It wasn't.
It's basic algebra.
It was probably
Order of
probably not even 8th grade because the
You're like, I'm teaching
the
calculus. You put it up on the
level is
board.
probably a little lower.
like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, but I hadn't used Excel before, so like it was like I did learn how to use Excel for no idea. I can't even remember why I would have had to use Excel for anything. But the
Calculate
principal
grades.
was like, this all had to be in Excel. So like, I mean, the first couple of weeks of doing that, I worked like, 12 hours a day every day because I had to figure out how to do the job that was supposed to take 6 hours or 8 hours.
That's funny.
And so now like it's using Excel is like not a big deal. I started using spreadsheets and stuff.
Yeah.
But I learned that, doing that. I also built an outdoor ice skating rink with a
You built
construction company I was working with. I did
In New Orleans?
in New Orleans. So
Wow.
apparently they could keep the ice up to like 85 until it was like 85 degrees out.
one? Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
And the guys that were the head of the construction were from like upstate New York. And so they would come at night and play hockey. And they always tried to get me. I'm like, I have no health insurance. And I don't know how to ice skate. And I was not as big and svelte as I am now, so I'm very brittle. I feel like I should not play ice hockey with these guys.
That's funny.
So,
And then how did you meet your
fun.
wife?
my sister introduced us. So my sister was working the library for a university near us. So my now wife was her teaching or her like, I don't know, not teaching assistant. What do you call it? Her student
Yeah.
worker.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, you should meet this girl that works for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, your story, she's adjacent to your story with Philly Runner because she's your wife. So obviously, like I always assumed that, but I didn't actually know that she, like, you guys kind of put your finances together and did it sort of like invested in Philly Runner together in that way. And so that's awesome. Like she's a huge part of the story and the journey.
Yeah.
And when you came to her and you're like,
Can't believe she did it. But
right. What did that conversation sound like?
we'd kind of talked. It was so long ago now, and we had talked about. We'd actually talked to an accountant about it, and the accountant goes, "Sounds like you're like buying a job. Maybe you should. I think you should think about investing in like a Domino's franchise."
Nice. Oh my God. So you almost owned a pizza chain.
I know. I love pizza, so that might be a toss-up, pizza or running.
My
So,
God. In a different dimension.
A different
Ross
dimension.
is a pizza.
I could have been,
gosh.
pizza guy, and but for some reason it just,
In a different dimension, Ross started Pizzagate.
yeah.
Oh gosh. Getting back onto conspiracies, eh?
Yeah.
As a Philadelphian, is that how you say that? Philadelphian? Someone from Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Sure.
What are they called? Philadelphia-ites? I don't know. How many pretzels and Philly cheesesteaks do you have to eat per year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is there a law?
You know what? There's so many like vegetarians and vegans now. Although eating one of a vegan cheesesteak probably counts as like 4 regular cheesesteaks. But you know what? I think you hit a number, and then it's like you just got to maintain like one a year.
Yeah.
So,
Are
like,
people
once
just
you've-
like in Philly? Are people just like completely over the stereotype of pretzels, Rocky, and Benjamin Franklin?
The Philly 10K race we do, the original thing was like, okay, it's gonna be in the streets, and we're not gonna play the Rocky theme song because that was like you heard everywhere.
Yeah.
But it goes in and out because now I'm into Rocky theme song again. You know,
Yeah.
so
Comes and goes.
but yeah, the general population I guess that's not true. I still eat a pretzel every week.
Yeah.
His
Cheesesteak, I got to be in the mood.
his sex tape was a good focal point of like the closer we got to it, the less relevant the Rocky theme song came. And then now the further you get away from it, it's coming back more and more.
There's a Rocky sex tape.
There's
Yeah, I
a
was like,
there's
who
a
lost
Sylvester
me?
Stallone sex
I'll look
tape.
that up when I leave.
All right. Well, we know. Okay.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Hulk Hogan?
No, I'm positive.
Positive?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
I know,
Does
y'all
Hulk
teaching
Hogan
me
have a
something
sex
new.
tape?
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't-
man.
That brought down that whole website, right?
Which one?
Facebook.
No.
I thought it was funny.
Gawker?
Gawker.
I think it was Gawker.
I don't know, man. I'm not on the sites you're on.
You guys aren't as old as I am.
The Ask Jeeves.
But yeah, you should look it up.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll. Yeah. I don't know. The whole pornography thing is kind of blocked and banned in Virginia, so that'll be tough
Oh.
for us to.
Oh,
You
I
have a
don't-
workaround?
You know I don't like that stuff.
You know, I was just listening. This is unrelated to pornography, so we'll get off that. But you think in China, the government controls like the
Oh yeah.
everything, whatever. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, they like 90% of people use a VPN and just get around it." And
Yeah.
the government totally knows they do, but just doesn't stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
I feel like it's like a tricky Pandora's box too, because there's probably a lot of people that aren't aware of VPNs, especially like you get out into like.
well, not there. Everybody's using
rural.
them there.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I'm just saying like rural communities.
Yeah.
Like I mean I don't know the population and kind of the culture there, but here like the more you get out in rural communities, it probably like VPN is.
I don't
They go-
know. I feel
I
like
use
internet's
VPN.
probably
I
their
use
life.
VPN.
You're not in a rural community though.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I use VPNs.
Yeah,
But
no.
not for nefarious activities though.
Yeah, no, I
Just to stream illegal material.
Yeah, he's on the black market. No, I get what you're saying, but like you're in a fairly affluent community, but like you get out more and more like cornfields, like they just
Right,
know
yeah,
less and
yeah.
less, and
Like,
so
what the heck is that?
yeah, and just not that they're stupid, just that it's less communication, like they hear it less. So although maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
I don't know.
Podcast
I
reach.
feel like because where do you hear it from? You hear about it somehow online, and everybody's online.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
I could be wrong.
Every video on YouTube I practically watch has got an ad.
Ad for VPN.
NordVPN.
Yeah. Yeah. You protect your data. I'm like, oh. All right. Well, any questions you want to hit that you haven't yet? And we'll get into some fun questions.
See, like Philadelphia community. We talked about the Rocky,
Yeah.
I was going to ask. I skipped around when I was listening to episodes, so I don't think I listened to the end of any of them. Is there like
Oh,
a?
man.
Is there
Yeah,
a,
well,
Oh, yeah. We're going to get into that in a
rapid
sec.
fire question?
Good,
Okay.
good thing that you didn't watch all the way through. That's probably why you're here.
I'm glad you haven't actually, because this will make it more fun. I feel you getting nervous.
All right.
Don't worry, you're good. Any because I feel like you came because we know each other for long. Any other things you want to talk about, or
We've
any
never met
questions
before,
about
so-
me? You have, because we've never had a conversation this long. It's kind of fun. Like we know each other.
No, and I listened. I heard I knew you and your wife had worked at Disney. I didn't realize you'd met down there. Like that was interesting.
Yeah. See, it's interesting, and I think that's a really good testament of like we know each other, but we only knew each other through like the prism of whatever perspective of like talking to others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't really know the real you. I know you better now, but vice versa. So Wano was crazy just talking about like fate and chance and how things set up to build you who you are. So we met working at Disney World, called the Disney College Program. I applied 4 times. I got in every time. I did not go until the 4th time. I hated it. I would never go back. She applied 4 times, got denied 3 times, finally got in the 4th time. She also would not have gone back. So it's like, oh, wow, like look at that. Like if you had gotten in the 2nd time and went, or I had gotten in the 3rd time, like we just never would have met. So
I interviewed somebody for the store once, and she had done like a Disney program.
Yeah.
Had worked at Disney, and I started talking about how I've never been to Disney. Like I'm like, oh, I can't imagine going. There's all this. This is before I had kids, so now I'm gonna have to go in a couple of years.
right.
I'm like I can't believe adults go there. Why would? And I didn't get too far, thankfully, before she starts talking about how much she loves Disney.
Ah.
and was
Yeah,
so into
Disney
Disney, and I was like,
adults.
oh, never mind.
Yeah. There
And,
are levels that like
And so I've since heard, like now that I'm going to have to go, people are like, oh, well, this is cool. And I hear about like the first speakeasy that was there for adults. And
yeah.
And
The honest truth is like unless you're a total asshole, which you're not, like you can find things to do that are enjoyable. It's not, if you plan it right, it's not all just like overwhelming theme park. Blah,
I
blah,
love
blah.
turkey legs. I love riding on a
Right.
scooter.
But you could go and literally just play like golf every
Yeah.
day because they, it's like a
Not so into golf. But
well, whatever. But I'm just saying, you can ride horses, you can play golf, you can do just shopping stuff. There's a running store, Fit to Run, right,
I don't
in
really like
Disney.
horses either.
I was doing some sleuthing on you so I could learn about you, researching you. You like scotch.
I do like scotch.
Right on. What's your favorite?
Uh,
What style do you like, I guess?
lately, I typically like a smokier, like Highland Park's, like original one. The 12-year was really good. Lafrogue. But I like a lot of them.
Do you drink? How do you have your scotch? Do you like it neat? Do you drink it with water,
So,
ice?
so this has changed as I've gotten older because I used to drink it neat, and then it slowly got to like on ice, and now I put ice and water, add water to it, and it's, I don't know, so much better.
Right on.
Like it's, but
I like
scotch is
I like scotch as well.
so.
All right.
You should start drinking scotch. And so there's a few other running store owners that I've gotten to know recently that are very into like whiskeys and bourbons, and I like bourbon as well and whiskey, but it's just not as good as scotch. And it's like, to me, it's just totally like trying to think of it's like so much less flavor to it and so much less complex and
Right.
and to but anyway, we had like a great night going out and getting I thought I ordered like an expensive scotch at like $40, and everybody else, this is for this little tiny drink, right, and everyone else's whiskey drinks, so I'm thinking shouldn't even be worth it, is well over 100. I'm like, oh man,
All right.
guys, stores are doing much better than mine. But no,
Oh man. Also, we should talk about what you guys are
but
doing.
it's interesting
'cause-
finding like more and more people I feel like drinking like whiskey and scotch, and I
Gotcha.
don't drink it.
Scotch is good. I love
That
scotch.
often, but-
I love whiskey, and
Never-
yeah, I've been. I mean, it was my mom's side of the family is from Scotland, and go over there and
Yeah.
you know, a couple of the distilleries, and yeah, it's really cool stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's-
I-
and like Ross is saying, it's a little bit more complex of a flavor versus the American whiskey.
Yeah.
because like the rules are in America, like the FDA says, you have to use a brand new cask every time you brew a new batch. So it's brand new oak cask. It's it's fresh. It's no flavor built into it. So what they do after they finish aging their whiskey is they'll ship that empty oak cask over to Scotland.
Oh.
And then that's what they use to make their scotch in. So like the scotch can be a little bit more complex with their flavors, is because they're reusing these barrels over and over and over again. So they're seasoned
Oh.
more or less.
Like
Right on.
the oak both absorbs flavor, but it also like puts flavor into the thing. So if it's lost some of that, I don't know. But is it a USDA rule, or is it a bourbon thing? Like, is bourbon has to
No,
be
it's,
done a certain way? But
according to all of the distilleries over in Scotland, it's a American government.
Yeah.
Like that's what they say. Who knows? It could just be like one of their rules of making bourbon or what have you. But
Interesting.
yeah, they say over in Scotland, oh, it's the American government.
I would love at some point. I want to get. I've been making a list of the places I want to go. So especially as the kid gets older, places I want to take him. But Scotland's totally on the list. I love the John Rebus mysteries. I'm trying to. Ian Rankin, I think, is the author.
Yeah.
But it's like mystery books. But big Scotch drinker, the guy. So.
Have you ever
Cool.
heard of the Robert Burns
Mm-hmm.
poet?
Yeah.
He has a.
And I've tried to read some of his poetry and been like, all right,
Because I mean he was well known for doing a lot of his work in pubs in and around Edinburgh, Scotland. So they actually have, it's like, I have a T-shirt because I did the challenge, but I don't know if they still have T-shirts anymore. But it's called the Robert Burns Ale Trail, and you go and you have a pint at each of his pubs that he would work at throughout the city. Yeah, that's a pretty cool little little thing to do while you're there, and nice little history.
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
you're doing it.
I've never had scotch, so I don't.
Well, yeah. Some people say it tastes like gasoline, and to them I say, how do you know what gasoline tastes like?
Yeah.
Other people like it. My wife, she's a huge fan of, they're called Isle of Skye. So there's different types of scotches, and Isle of Skye is from the Isle of Skye. But those to me taste like you're at the Jamestown settlement. it like, you know how like when somebody's doing like blacksmithing work, like that's what it, like that smell, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like you're chewing on like a leather belt. Like
You're really selling it.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what it tastes like to me. That's why I don't drink them.
Would you agree?
From them.
Yeah,
but then there's others.
There's
that
a
are-
variety, but I think the overall thing with Scotch is just like this full mouth flavor. So just it's a ton of flavors in your, like a feeling in your mouth, and that like bourbon just kind of doesn't have, or doesn't feel like.
Yeah, and like you can have like I mean, there's Lowland, Highland, and Speyside are the other three scotches, and I'm growing more fond of the Speyside scotches. I historically have had more Highland style scotches, and so like Highland styles are like more, I guess, like fruitier-ish flavors, whereas like Speyside are, you're adding more like, sweet flavors or something. I don't know. Yeah, but it's interesting to taste a few, and yeah, worth the
Try.
worth the try. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Cut to 2 months from now. I'm just like addicted to Scotch. I
There's
can't stop drinking it.
there's,
Ross and Ken made me an
down
alcoholic.
down the street from my apartment, there's a place that's called McMillan's Whiskey Room, and they have whiskeys from all over the world. You know, Scotch, you know, is in there, but you can get a flight, you know, of whiskeys, and you can try each different types out. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah, you can, American whiskeys and Japanese whiskeys, and like from all over the world, and it's really neat.
That is neat.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm gonna start trying some of these Japanese.
How far is that from here?
Here? Oh, it's actually really close.
You call your wife, I'm not coming home tonight. Does the podcast go long? No, I have a problem.
And there's a hotel right next door, and yeah.
Something wrong with the car.
All right, man. Well, we'll start wrapping it up. We'll get into these just like rapid fire questions. Was there anything else you wanted to? Nope. Nothing else
Nope.
nothing that your staff wanted to know.
I think that was it. I think we're good.
All
Are
right.
you a sports fan? You've mentioned hockey a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, not as. I mean, a little bit on hockey, but Phillies and Eagles
All right.
Right on.
and Grand Slam track.
Yeah. Right on. All right. So here we go. Do you believe in aliens?
No,
No. And you
could be.
okay? I was gonna say, do you want to pontificate at all, or just straight no? Definitely not.
The theory of like the universe is gigantic, so there could be something out there. But if there is, why haven't they found us? Right, the Fermi paradox or whatever. And I feel like we would have. I feel like we would have seen something by now.
Okay.
There's cameras everywhere. There's hard to hide stuff these days. Although they got all these videos of drones or
things.
whatever they are.
It would have been funny if you were like, they got videos of Bigfoot, like you believe in Bigfoot, but you're like, no.
You didn't ask about Bigfoot.
Yeah. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
No. So I told you about the JFK thing. So like I don't know, a couple years ago, got more interested in like fell down the rabbit hole of reading about
You joined
some of the
QAnon.
JFK stuff.
Ross joined QAnon.
And I don't know, and I couldn't, and I'm on the like, I don't know what. It still could have just been him that shot him. I don't know what happened, but like clearly the CIA covered a ton of stuff up.
Yeah.
Clearly everything that like on the government side that they did was like, but it could have been like, hey, we don't want war with Russia. We got to cover this up. Or,
My
could
theory on
have been a
that
good
is
reason.
they
I don't
were
think the government should always tell the truth.
The government
but-
was spying on its citizens, and they were probably covering it up.
So they had
because they were
somebody.
spying on
This is out. Somebody was reading his mail from the CIA, and the CIA had this huge mail reading program.
Yeah.
And it's in their charter that they can't spy on Americans. So it's, so anyway, in part of like, I like when I run or I'm in the car, I listen to the podcasts usually or books, and I'm like, is there anything good? There was a Rob Reiner podcast on JFK not that long ago, and I was like, there's probably some other good ones,
Right.
and there's a show like Conspiracy Theories podcast.
All right.
And so I listen to, if it's an interesting topic to me, and I love the alien stuff, but they're always like totally like, here's what actually was going on. Like there's
Right.
always is some explanation.
Right.
So
It's a fun thought experiment though, because
I like the
kinda-
idea. I wish there were aliens. I just-
yeah. But even the JFK, kind of the things you've said, it's a fun thought experiment because if you went back 10, 15 years ago, what you were saying today, you would sound kind of nuts.
And I would have been like, I mean, 10 or 15 years ago, I was like, oh, people are nuts that believe this.
Right.
any,
And
like-
so it is a fun, like,
Yeah.
to see what happens. Okay. So no to aliens.
And I love the presidential history stuff. That's part of the tie-in with
Okay.
JFK. So like the Johnson's, who was VP at the time, like he totally could, like, learning about the guy, he was like ruthless. He totally could have been involved. You know, I don't think there's any evidence of that, but like, I wouldn't put it past him to do whatever it took to get in power. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Right on.
Interesting.
Pretty dastardly thing.
Yeah.
If you're interested in JF, I'll send you something really interesting to listen to. There's a guy named Danny Sheehan, and he has worked as sometimes as a lawyer, sometimes as just like a consultant with government since Carter. He has a really interesting take on it that is believable, credible, traceable. So I'll send that to you. You can listen to it. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
No.
Another thing I wish.
I know. I can't believe you're in
wish I
QAnon, but you don't believe in aliens or ghosts. This is where you say, no, I'm not in QAnon,
can't
by the
think
way.
of-
You're just not addressing it.
Well, at QAnon, it's all about finding somebody to blame, and I just haven't figured out who do we blame for the ghosts, right?
Right.
Got
That's
to be
true.
somebody's fault.
Right.
Some politician.
That's true.
Can't figure out how Bill Gates causes ghosts, but he does.
Well, I'm just glad you're not blaming me.
I could see like I do think like the mind has way more influence on our psyche and body that we know about. So
Sure. Okay.
could produce a ghost.
Here's another one. What do you think happens when we die?
Same thing as when we sleep. I don't nothing. Right?
Oh, okay. Perpetual dreaming?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So just lights out.
Lights out.
All
Or
right.
you go like, can I quote another one? Like Conan. Time.
The barbarian?
You return to the earth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
We go back into the system. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, but I think this I think this is it.
I didn't know you were so pragmatic. I feel like we need to end on a happier note now. So far, it's just there's no adventure
Well, let's
or
say-
mystery in the
all right.
world, and when you die, that's it. And I'm like,
This is not going to be happier, but let's say so.
like, you're going to
is
dig
from
a
a-
further hole.
This is from an Alan Moore book. So Alan Moore is Jerusalem. So he's famous as a comic book guy, but wrote this novel. It's phenomenal, and it's there's angels and everything, right? But it turns out there's no free will. And the question they keep when somebody finds out, and they're like, "There's no we didn't have free will." And he says, "Did you miss it?" Because nobody knew they didn't have free will.
Right.
So it's always anyway. But I don't believe in any of that.
Okay. Do you believe in free will?
I want to.
Got you.
So no, I do. I believe in free will, but I also could see the side of like, like our memories are not very good. There's a thing
Yeah.
about 9/11. We all think we know, or you guys might be too young. We all
I
think we know
remember
where we
where
were in 9/11,
I
and when
remember
if you
where I
go
was.
back and do it, almost everybody's
How old do you think I am?
23.
Genuinely? Oh, I was going to say, Jesus Christ.
I
remember.
How old do I think you are? 30.
You're right on the money. Yep. I'm 30.
So that would have made you what, 7?
I was 6 when it
6?
happened. But I remember my teacher turned it on TV and we just kind of
know-
watched it.
You know, it happened on a Saturday, right? So you weren't in class.
No, it didn't happen on
I'm just
Saturday.
kidding.
Did not happen on a Saturday.
You son of a bitch.
It was
Oh
a
my
weekday.
God.
For that.
It was a weekday.
Oh my God.
So, but like Malcolm Gladwell's a great podcast on this stuff about everybody's like memory of what happened that day. Like I remember, so I had just come back from New Orleans, started working at Bryn Mawr, and I ran into work that day, and I got in and they had the TV on, and it was good. And it's vivid as anything. I actually don't know if after hearing this thing, you're like, I don't know if that was true or not. Like, I think, I know my mom was mad at me because I didn't call her for a couple of days. And I was like, oh, yeah, I probably should have called you.
She's like, I live in New York.
Because I had like friends in New York, so I spent a lot of time there.
Right.
And she's like, I was worried about you. Like, yeah, I should have called you.
Yeah, my bad.
That's funny. I'm really, thanks for coming on. I feel like I got to know you better. This has been
But
fun.
I think we have free will. If you don't think we have free will, then
I mean, I want to
Makes
get
it
up
tough.
right now,
Makes
but
it
like
tough.
there's something telling me I shouldn't get up.
yeah.
All right.
I'm joking. As a free will joke.
Or we think
All
we
right,
end
I
up
got
where
it.
we are. You know, I don't know.
I'm with you.
You meet your wife, and it's like this. You can say it was your fourth time turning it down. You know, like the timing of everything is, but it also is just how the timing was, right? And like,
Well, I think you one perspective that is absolutely plausible that you kind of addressed is like life would have been good or different no matter what. So like whatever path you took, you'd be looking at it going, well, I can't imagine it any other way. Like seems like chance, and it's like, yeah, but that's because you don't know any alternative.
you can't imagine having Louis C.K. open for you or something.
No. I'm just saying.
You gotta
Like,
work on that imagination.
yeah, well, that's all right.
Dave
Well,
Chappelle's our next guest.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was good. Norm Macdonald was my favorite comedian all
Great.
time, and
Nice.
so I didn't think the delivery was very good of the ESPYS thing, but otherwise I thought his Shane Gillis did the
Yeah.
ESPYS, he just like the nod
The
to
Norm.
Norm Macdonald.
well, I think the reason that joke fell flat is because it was 30 years outdated and he was just doing it to pay tribute. But you could hear the audience just because that's all I do is like,
Well, how many people in there would have known?
right. You hear the
that,
audience
like, and he
processing.
doesn't. I don't think he references it either too. But it was like, yeah,
Right. Well, you hear that's why there was a delayed laugh because you heard the audience processing like, what the fuck? Oh, it's an OJ
Did you?
reference.
So did you listen to? So I know again. Listen to this podcast. You're saying you listen to comedy or watch comedy stuff from a
Nice.
comedian's perspective and maybe from a craftsman's perspective. And I don't know Shane Gillis's work that well. Did he sound really nervous the entire time? Like it didn't. It
No,
sounded.
Shane was. I mean, so Shane is,
Or is that just his delivery?
No,
It
so Shane-
it sounded off.
Shane was a little nervous. I would say I don't know him personally, but like,
The WNBA joke was great. Like,
Yeah.
I
with
That's
his
the only joke I've heard.
so
far.
he unarguably, like you can't argue it. He's one of the most successful comedians working right now, and he's, I think, like one of the best comedians working right
Yeah.
now.
he was in the store. I didn't get to see him,
That
but he stopped in the
sucks.
store a
Oh, dude,
couple months ago.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you watch his first SNL, the first time he hosted, he was nervous, and like when he's nervous, just because I've listened to him talk about it, he'll hold the mic to his chin, and you don't really see it on stage. And then sometimes like the double fisting like this, it's kind of like a good tell.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I think he was nervous for sure. But then like you watch his stand up, and it's just so free and fluid.
And
So-
I would have thought he's now. You expect that of somebody like newer, and I feel like I think of him as now being, but he's probably still fairly new, right? Like he's not as polished as.
yeah, I mean, well,
Um,
I don't. Some
And
people
again,
just
I've watched way too much Norm Macdonald, but you see the early Norm Macdonald and the
well, Norm.
adult is the same thing, but way like he's
I think to some
he's
degree,
become that whatever.
Norm was kind of a psycho though, like in a great way. But he like, so there's a really awesome story about him when he was just, because he's Canadian, when he was playing Yuck Yucks, which is like the comedy club in Canada. If he went up and he did really well, he would just go in the back room and like people would leave, and he would not say anything. If he got up and he ate shit, he bombed, people hated him, he would go to the door and shake everybody's hand as they left. That's not the psychology of somebody who's completely.
He had a line, something about he thought bombing was the funniest thing in the world.
It
It's like,
is.
because your goal is, he's like, your job is to be funny.
Like-
so if you go up and you're not funny, he's like, that's funny.
the best moments is like, because I've just spent
Yeah.
a ton of time in comedy clubs and bars and shitty whatever. Just what the funniest moments are not when like I'm watching my friend do well. It's like when I'm watching him eat shit, and then like I just get to watch him struggle, or vice versa. Like when I'm struggling, it's like, oh, this sucks, but like also really funny. And then it's great. It's the most fun. If you can fall in love with bombing, you'll you'll become a better comedian because then you'll just not be afraid to take chances. And
So I got 2 places for you to come do your run, to do your run in comedy.
my Laugh and Run show.
Your Laugh and Run show. And I know we saw that you were up in, and I couldn't make it. I don't know what day of the week it was when you were up near Glen Mills.
Kennett Square.
Kennett Square.
Yeah.
And we're like, why isn't Tommy doing this with us? So
If
I hear the like separating the work thing. And
so
everything.
that's why, if you really, since you're talking about it, this is just the start and it's going well. Like I sold out a show in Utica last weekend. That was awesome. Starting to go a little bit better, get more of a following. But eventually it's going to be just more shows, more content. Not just this show, but other shows that I'm developing. And eventually, when the time is right, as my stand-up gets bigger and the brand of Laugh and Run gets bigger, we go into different cities, places, whatever, do the show, partner with whatever running group I partner with. But then I really think it would be beneficial for whatever retailers what I'm working with, and to do like an after party in store at your store and then drive the audience to your place. We could do another group run, hang out, and figure it out from there. But a lot of different elements. I would love to eventually, just can't right now, but eventually,
Yeah.
if you want to. But
Yeah.
for now, we'll leave it be. I also don't like, and this is kind of like you came in with story, like you've known me for a long time, but you knew me at a young age. I also don't like.
I could see it being super easy to offend. Like, I mean, people are offended so easily these days. So like,
You
right?
breathe on somebody wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to say I'm not offensive
Yeah.
because, like, you wouldn't want to bring your 10-year-old to my show. But, like, I just do it so much at this point. I'm like, not whatever somebody perceives me as, if they haven't actually seen me do it, they're probably wrong. So it's not really the offensive thing I'm concerned about. It's just more of like, because, again, it's like back to that high school thing. Like, if they're going to think whatever certain way about you or see you in a certain light. I suspect that probably would be the same for some people. Like you and I, we've never had a real but like you're always going to see me in a certain way because you knew me before things started. Or like you said earlier, like, oh, you jumped around a lot of jobs. Like,
I think there's and I feel like working a running store, you talk to so many people and like everybody's like generally a pretty good person when you talk to them.
Yeah.
Right? And so somebody's like comedy act or whatever doesn't necessarily reflect on who that person actually. I mean, I'm sure it does reflect on it a little bit, but like it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
yeah, but it's also like, are you a comedy fan? Are you not?
Yeah.
And if somebody's like, oh, I love John Mulaney, therefore I am. It's like, you're not, because if that, like the most, Kevin Hart, John Mulaney.
I'm drawing a blank on her name, but his like ex wrote a book.
Yeah.
And I ran the Brooklyn Half a couple years ago, and they're like, she wrote this book about John. She wrote this book about John.
Yeah.
And
but I'm just saying, like,
it's like men hate me or something, or men tell me I'm evil. I forget what the name of the book is. I didn't read it.
I mean, there are degrees.
nice.
Like, I'm okay not being for everybody. But generally speaking, I want everybody to have a good time, because especially like you paid now at this level, at this point, you're paying money and you're maybe getting a babysitter that night. Like, I want to give you a really good night. I don't want to inherently offend you. And the way that I do stand up is like, I have my hour of material, but like I'm talking with the crowd and trying to bring them in. So you never see the same show twice, but you also kind of get a sense of like, we're all in this together this evening. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
I think it's the first comedy show I went to. It couldn't have been first, but I saw Kevin James, so King of Queens guy, and I'd seen his stand-up special or
He's one of
whatever.
my fraternity brothers.
Oh yeah, and his show was really. I saw his HBO or whatever show. It was really funny. We go to see him. It was the exact same show. Right. And I was like, well, this sucks.
yeah. But I think my point, and we can maybe just cut this out because I don't even know if I have a point, but like, it's not the content that I'm talking about. It's more of like Tracy. Love Tracy.
Is that time-old phrase?
Tracy will probably never see me as a professional with comedy or Laugh and Run because she knew me when I was 23 working at the store with her. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the time-old phrase, if you never want to poop where you eat.
Yeah, that's the thing.
PC version.
No, that's the
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, as this is with the stores now, we're 20 something years in, and like I think it took a while. I think I'm better at it now of seeing the growth in people, where like you see somebody when they're not showing up, when they're a 20-year-old, or they're not, like, you always show up, like they're, or you're late, I don't know, but
great.
you know, or whatever, like somebody, they just don't know what they do, and you know, or whatever. And then 10 years later, they're living there, they got a real job, and they're not real job, this is a real job, they got kids, they got real life, and they're together. And like I feel like it was tough early in the store years seeing that in people. Like you just, oh, this person's
Right.
once a flake, always a flake, and it's like no, actually, it's it's time of life, and it changes.
And again, like, I mean, you're pretty hands on for an owner, which is awesome. Like, I remember seeing you in the store, but still, it wasn't like we were.
I don't get it enough now. I'm in less.
Well,
but
still, I'm trying to, but it's not like. I learned a lot about you. Maybe learned a little bit about me more today. You more so knew me through stories and filters and perspectives of other people. And so, like, yeah, like, I think that it's not like retail specific. That's just life. Like, you're always going to think of somebody or know somebody. I do it too. Like, I have certain experiences with certain people in certain places. Maybe they're totally different now, but I have those memories of, like, I'll give you an example. When I first was working with you guys, and I'm not going to name the brand or the person, but I'm working the floor with a customer, and like you joked, like, oh, you came in with experience, like, what the it was funny. The one thing you were right, the one thing I was good at though is like fitting people and working with them, because I love the product and love them. I'm working with this person, I'm fitting them. Somebody from a brand came in, saw that I did not have their product out because it just wasn't the thing to pull. They went in the back, grabbed the shoes, came out, poof, threw it down, and was like, you do this. I remember in my head, and that person made fun of me for like comedy and stuff. So like in my head, I'm kind of always perpetually like, F that person. But that's not fair. Maybe he or she was having a bad day.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe they were joking.
Yeah,
that sounds like a rep.
Maybe they were
that
trying.
Sounds like a rep we wouldn't let back in the store.
It sounds like maybe that was their sense of humor, and it just there were probably other elements too. I can tell you later. I don't want to do it on camera, but like stuff. But like they're probably a lovely person, probably super kind, great in their community, great to their family, and that's just the memory I have. So I don't know. Maybe this is normal to other people, but like just trying to think and experience and feel, and I feel deeply, and then. Those moments all kind of filter through your life and what you think and how you interpret things.
Shape you as a person.
Yeah. And so I guess the point is, like, I would love to work with you guys with this in the future, but I am a little cautious in the sense of like, I just want that like mutual respect and vibe to be there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'm glad you came on, man. This was fun.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Great.
So
Thanks for making the trek.
I guess we'll wrap it up. So if you want to like promote Philadelphia Runner, your social media channels, you can look at that camera. That's the thing to do. If not, we'll have Ken go first. He never knows his socials, so
I turned off my notifications.
I was tagging him too much.
Awesome. Yeah.
No, maybe. I don't know. Oh.
I need to hear your thoughts on.
I was just joking.
On ghosts, and you can tell me afterward. You believe in aliens. We're talking about losing respect for something. And then I'm just kidding. Plenty of people believe in ghosts and aliens.
Way we could have ended it. That's why I love you, dude. You're subtle and just so goddamn funny. That's fantastic.
I know, but that'll upset somebody that does believe that stuff.
Who will it upset?
Somebody who believes in aliens and ghosts.
No, you're going to lose respect for me, not them. You don't know them. You know me.
That's right. Yeah, you can follow us at Philly Run on Instagram and socials, whatever. We're probably on TikTok and everything. PhiladelphiaRunner.com. We have a cool blog, a lot of product information up there, and we'd appreciate your business.
Yeah, store locations, Philadelphia.
Yeah, we have 4 locations in the Philadelphia area, so if you're in Philly, stop by and see us. We have Center City, Philadelphia, University City is up on Penn's campus, Manioc we talked about, and Glen Mills, where Tommy used to work.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to promote?
I've been to one of your stores before.
Have you?
Yeah, and I bought a T-shirt, and I was looking for it last night, but I must have lost it over the years, and it was I liked it. It was cool. It was cool graphic design, Liberty Bell, Benjamin Franklin, Rocky.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was classic Philly. I don't know what store that would have been, but it would have had to have been around the Reading Terminal area.
That would
Center
be probably our
City.
Center City store. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's not too far.
Yeah.
Little walk.
It was neat. It was a cool little store.
Pat of butter.
That's my dog. Yeah. My dog's name is Mantequilla, which is the Spanish word for butter. And his Instagram handle is Pat of Butter.
All right. I feel like we really just ran out of steam on this one towards the end. They really fucking slowed down here.
Mantequilla. I listened to a
Mantequilla.
podcast about margarine on the way down.
Of course you did that.
Oh my
That-
God. I can't believe it's not butter. Oh,
Well, the
I
history's
actually
about.
can't believe it's not butter.
I love you,
I
but that
actually can.
very much. I listened to a podcast about margarine. Like that. That's the tone of the whole episode.
So
All right.
my history can beat up your politics is the podcast actually.
Okay.
It was like how the trying to ban margarine and stuff to save the butter industry,
Yeah,
save the
yeah.
dairy industry.
Should.
All right. Well, on that note, follow us on YouTube, Laugh and Run Productions. Follow me on Instagram, Tommy Laugh Run. August 9th, I am co-headlining Galactic Panther in Alexandria, Virginia with comedian Jay McBride. She's been on Netflix. She opens for Amy Schumer, has been on Inside Amy Schumer. Her and I have been friends for years and worked together for years. This will be one of the few times I'm headlining in the DMV for the foreseeable future. So come on out. It's going to be a really fun time. And my man Nelson's going to be there. We're recording the show. Right, Nelson?
Yep.
I don't know if they heard you, but he said yes. And then this fall, no Laugh and Run shows planned, but I'll probably get back on the road doing those because, last weekend we sold out Utica. So thanks for everybody that came to that. Thanks to Utica Roadrunners. We had a great time. All right. Well, that was fun. Ken, go yourself. I love you all.
Hey, I was the employee of the month.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
Great.
Thanks for coming
Thank
down.
you.
Did you have
Thank
fun?
guys? Yeah, that was fun.
Good.